Advice Unfiltered with Chris and Tony, the top podcast in 2025 for self-help and self-improvement, and the 2026 top podcast for relationship advice and overall wellness. If you are looking to be a guest, head to adviceunfiltered.com and email the show directly.
Show some love? You want to support the show? There's no better way than rocking some Advice Unfiltered gear. Head over to adviceunfiltered.com, click on the merch store, grab your favorites, and level up your look. Post it, tag it, rep it loud. Use the hashtag AdviceUnfilteredPodcast and let the community see you. Because this isn't just merch, it's a movement.
Why, hello there, everybody. As we get ready to start the show, we got...
Tell Parker. Tell show.
So as we get ready to start the show, real quick, Chrissy, could you pull up that comment?
Yep, I'm looking for it.
So, guys, this is you guys as we're getting ready to start the show. Thank you for whoever I'll see it in a second. Thank you as always for. I love how people. One scammer just posted to pay for a membership. Unbelievable, guys. Remember, I'm glad. Thank you so much for putting out there. Remember, there's nothing we ask you for money for. So if anyone asks you for money, can't be us. It's a good thing. It's just an easy. Look, I was thinking about this today, before we start the show, and I know, buddy. I know. Chris is right there. You can touch him. It's fine. Right here, he's like, come on, buddy, touch me. So he's like, have you been loyal to me, Chris?
I've been loyal to you, bro.
So I know, but I love you too. So that is the number one. I thought about this all week. Here's the easiest rule for you guys. If somebody asks you for money, that's it. Don't only think about anything else. It's a scammer.
It's a scam.
That's it. That's as easy. We don't even have to think about any other way. I mean, that's the best way you can think about it. So,
yeah.
and
let's keep it common sense here. There's no reason we will reach out to you from another account, and we've said this 1,000 times. There is no management group. We are the management group, baby. Management group. And the only thing you can contact us on is the website, website. And when you contact our website, you actually talk to us.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the best part, guys. Always, this will be, we'll talk more about this as we go into Advice Unfiltered After Dark. Buddy, I know, I love you too. I see you. I know. So, anything that we ever ask money for, here's the best thing that we could tell you. You will meet us on Zoom in person.
Yes.
So the best was a scammer. A scammer was like trying to get somebody into like some group thing, and it was one of our ambassadors. So she was fucking with them. And she's like, well, why don't you just hop on a Zoom with me then? And he's like, well, what do you mean? Or whoever it was, right? Of course, probably dude. But like, she's like, well, I was told that like you would Zoom with me live. And he's like, well, just don't believe that stuff then. It's like, yeah, we were told that you'd have a security method of knowing it's us. And the scammer's like, well, never mind. So, oh well.
Ready to begin the show?
I think we're ready. You think we're ready?
I think the scammer's got enough of our attention.
Fuck you, scammers.
Fuck you, scammers.
All right.
Pathetic fucks.
Turn that one.
We're in episode 9? Are we
Season 2, episode 9.
Are you guys ready to start the show?
Yeah.
You guys ready to start? Award winners. 2-time. Award winners. Relationship experts.
I love it.
Fucking love it. All right, ready?
Yes.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Welcome, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody over the age of 18, because this is an adult program. We want to welcome you to Advice Unfiltered, 2-time award winner. Not only award winner, Listener's Choice.
Yes.
Award winner. Yeah,
most voted.
Most voted, Listener's Choice, right here, Advice Unfiltered with Chris and Tony, episode 9. Episode 9, season 2.
That's right, baby.
Season 2, episode 9. Ouch!
All right.
Yeah.
Well, as always, thank you so much. It's the best part of the day. It's the best part of the week. It's fucking Podcast Tuesday, baby.
Podcast Tuesday.
It's right.
Podcast Tuesday.
So,
Dude.
yes. So here's the best. I'm gonna do it. I was telling Christian, I do not believe he's watching, but we were talking about family and all that shit. So my dad calls me today, and I don't ever in a whole year and change. I don't think he even. Sometimes I don't even think he realizes I have a podcast here.
Yeah.
Dad, if you're watching, I'm sorry, but let's just be honest about it, right?
Yeah.
But he does call me today, and he goes, "It was so nice." He goes, "Hey." I go, "What's going on?" So I figured he needs something. He goes, "Do you know what today is?" And I'm thinking, well, spring was, I said to him, spring was 2 days ago. I'm like, Dad, I'm sorry. Did I miss it? What did I miss? Anniversary? Whose birthdays? He goes, "No, Tony, it's fucking Podcast Tuesday."
Shout out to Pops.
I was like, all right, Pops.
Love that.
Go, baby.
Shout out to Pops.
Yeah,
love
Dad.
that.
Let's give him a code word. Have him be like, "Hey, Dad, if you watch today, text me the word bananas."
Oh, he'll.
Dad, if you're watching today, tell us how much it is for the VIP membership.
Yes, that's it. So, as always,
man.
thank you for joining us. Season 2, Episode 9. We are back. It is by far the best day of the week. I get to catch up with my man Chris. I get to see Christian. We all get in the house. All that stuff. So, but. First off, yeah, you're back. It's been 2 weeks. I knew you were sick. You're back in the crib. You're back in the chair where you belong. How you been, man?
I'm good, man. Freaking, it's a pleasure to be back as always. I've missed you guys. I needed this good laugh, so
Good.
bring the funny, okay?
He came wrapped in. It looked like he was almost like when you have the pudding face, when you have the hoodie on, wrapped to your face
Yeah.
to here, and he
Kenny.
comes in, and I'm like, "You okay?"
You look like Kenny.
Yeah, look like he came in the house. And I go, "You all right?" He goes, "I was sick a couple weeks." Yeah, show him what you look like. This is how you came in today.
Love that. Love that.
So, I know you'll be sharing soon. You actually went to the dark side and you created your own music. And by the way, it's fine. But by the way, it was awesome. Just so you know. So, all right. As always, I don't get to see him that often, but I'm so happy he's here. It's like seeing a lost family member. I miss you.
I miss you too, bro.
How was your week?
It's been busy.
You've been ridiculously busy.
Ridiculously busy.
In a great way, yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been ridiculously busy. Oh, it's all good stuff, man. Just been really busy. I did former filming for the Hardcore Synergy training app.
Nice.
That's gonna be coming out, so that should hopefully be coming out soon. And then I'm working with another talent agency. I got signed to another one, so I got 3 talent agencies I'm working with now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And then just being a dad and working all the time. Like I said, I've been working so much. I was so tired. I go to the dentist's office. I'm getting a root canal, and the freaking dentist is like I'm sitting there and I got my mouth open, and I wake up to me snoring. I go, oh Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. And he's like, no, actually I was looking at this. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm sorry, because there's stuff in my mouth. And he's like, no, you must be tired. I'm like, yeah, bro, because they're like in my mouth, and I was out. But whatever, it's all good stuff. I don't mind. I work a lot. I do a lot, and I do my best to keep things moving forward and for everybody.
Yeah, well, you are definitely, and then you're all. And then this is the week you go to HOH.
Yeah, Ohio,
Ohio, baby.
Yeah, I go to Ohio to speak at Lima. How did she say it?
I think it was Lima.
Was it Lima?
I think it was.
Lima
I'm sure
Bean?
she's going to be
I'm
on
going
here.
to Lima Bean, Ohio.
Lima Bean, Ohio.
Lima Bean? No, Lima. I think it's Lima.
I think you're
Is it
right. I think
Lima?
it's Lima.
I don't know. I think it's Lima. I think it's in Lima. I think it's Lima. Lima, Ohio. To go speak at Rhodes College. Yeah, I'm not nervous at all. No, it's not keeping me up at night at all. No, it should be fun, man. This will be the first time I'm actually speaking at a real college. I've spoken about nutrition and stuff at high school and everything like that when I was younger, but I'm excited, man, to actually speak in front of a bunch of people that see me as their peers about mental health. You know what I mean? That's what an honor. I mean, all joking aside, what an honor, right? I put a lot of work into being a good example, and the fact that a college wants to bring me in to set an example for the kids there. Thank you. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, I know. Nobody's more excited outside you than Hope.
Yeah.
Hope has messaged me all week long. She's like, all right, so tell Chris I got a cabin for him if he needs it.
Love
we got
it.
a gym location. We got this area over here. I got a key for him. But that's just her. Like, that's totally her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, should I just connect you two? Like, are you good? She's like, I just told him if he needs the stuff, it's here. But
Yeah.
they were like gung ho.
But no, I love that because I don't know where I'm going. With my luck, I'm always afraid I end up in like one of those situations like in Misery. If you get, where I show up and like I'm tied to a bed with a board ready to break my knees. You know what I mean?
The exact scenario is that it's actually Kathy Bates.
Yeah, it's actually Kathy Bates, and I'm gonna wake up with my freaking legs tied to a bed.
What a great scene if you've never seen a movie where she's got like
the board.
Yes,
and she's about to hit it with the sledgehammer.
Yes, and the ankles.
Terrifies the fuck out of you.
Thinking about it now hurts.
Yeah, no, it's good shit.
Oh my,
good movie. But
God.
yeah, so I don't know if we can. So it's great to have somebody out there just so you know if you're watching, if you're planning on tying me up. I got friends out there.
Yeah. Some locals.
I got an escape plan. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, it was so nice. I was getting these videos and all this instructions, and I'm like, and Hope's great, and like I'm looking at it, and I'm like, what's all this stuff? So why she send me videos? And then it's like, oh, this is all for Chris, and here's the cat, and I just cleaned the cabin.
Here's the escape route.
And I was like, yeah. And she's like, if things get too hot up there, like he can come here, and like I was like, Hope, I love you.
Again, thank you. I think the woman's name is Patricia. That invited me to go to college to go speak in front of these kids, and again, I'm really honored. That I get to speak about mental health, something I truly try to, be an example of and talk about openly with everybody, and so yeah, it should be exciting. I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna do what I do best, dude. I'm not. I thought about it. I was gonna write a speech. I was gonna write all this dialogue and write all this stuff, and then I was like, I'm just gonna go in and be me. All right, I'm just gonna be authentically me, and whatever I feel like I need to say, I'm just going to say it, and hopefully it resonates. Like, it fucking resonates.
Well, I'm sure if you got a moderator too, because I know my wife moderates a lot of these things. Like you know how this goes. Like, I'm sure you'll be fine, because the reality of it is that's what they want, the unscripted, unfiltered.
Yeah, I figure I'm just going to show them how to do it. This is what life's about, right? Like, not, being able to evolve and handle a situation on the whim, right? On a change, on a dime, because life does change drastically quickly sometimes.
Look, and it's a good lesson to everybody. And I say this if you're younger watching, having accolades and classes and schools and all that stuff's great. That's fine. And don't get me wrong, it's great. But real education sometimes is the real world.
It's life.
Yeah, it's life. And we make the joke all the time about being relationship experts. But we talk about all the time. It's because we failed and sucked and made mistakes.
Sucked so many times. That's the irony. Like, when I laugh about that, it's because I fucked up so many times in relationships that it's like, yeah, okay. So that's why I know a lot.
Well, you have to give yourself credit. We'll both do, actually, because at least we're, and this is going to segue into potentially the greatest update that we've had in a year and a half from someone from months ago.
Really?
The key in life, in being relationship experts, is the fact that we fucked up. We learned our lesson.
Yes.
Pin that thought, because we have one of the greatest updates that came in.
Before we get to the updates, can we get a zoom in on his shoes?
Oh, yeah.
Are those Adidas?
Yeah, so these are the off-campus Chinese New Year's.
Dude,
yeah.
Look at these. Look at these things. Look at these.
Yeah, I'm a sneakerhead.
You guys show the blue light on the inside. Show the blue light on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Look at the blue light on the inside.
Yeah.
I like those, bro.
These are great. You want a pair?
Yeah.
I'll get you a pair.
I like those.
Bro, these are dope. I love it. I have a ton. These are called campuses. I have a ton of them. Like, I'll show you. Like, I'm a sneakerhead for people who don't know. I don't usually.
Yeah, I like those, bro.
Yeah, they're awesome. And then they have the Chinese writing on the
inside.
that's
fucking cool shit.
Yeah, they're dope.
All right, yeah, I want a pair.
Yeah,
that was it. That's sold. I want a pair. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract you.
It's all good.
I like a pair of shoes.
Look, guys don't put a lot of stuff on that you get excited about, but sneakers is my jam.
Yeah, that's cool shit. And nice Capella by Ben Rose.
That's Capella. Yes, by the way.
Yes. Nice Capella sweatshirt by Ben
wear
Rose.
this because Tyler keeps trying to fucking steal it. And I'm like, you're not wearing a $300 hoodie with your, it's what you got on, buddy. I'm sorry.
#, Chris is always right. I love these people.
Yes, it's been coming like crazy. So,
I love you guys.
Friend, don't worry about me.
So, I love it.
Yes.
Yes, Chris
it's like a running theme.
So funny.
Look
I love
at
it. Oh, it's fucking so good.
Here it comes.
We gotta listen. We gotta clip out all these. Freaking make a montage of just Chris is always right. And then we gotta come up with an AI song singing about Chris is always right.
Bro, I'm on it. You just planted this. You just planted a seed.
I love it.
By tomorrow, when we cut
with
the
my
first,
voice, we got to do it with my voice.
when we cut
Chris
the
is always
first,
right.
when we cut the first
Chris.
promo clip tomorrow, it'll be headed by your song. Chris is always right.
Chris is always right.
I love it. Look at the ideas
Chris
we
is
get.
always right.
Yes. I love it. So great. Yeah, I'm waiting for the awards to come in. The guy sent out a message, so hopefully we'll have the trophy soon. Probably next. It'll be one of those fun things that just show up here.
Yeah.
And we'll have. We have I know what the promo is going to be when they come in, and nothing makes me happier than I can't wait to film it. And the other thing is cool is Chris is going to Ohio, so what do I get to be? I get to be the cool uncle who gets to take Avery and then hop him up on all types of sugar and shit,
and then give him back to
and then
me.
just give him back to Chris.
Yeah. Kid's gonna come back a wreck.
You will be up for 24 straight
24
hours and be
hours.
all ready, ready to go.
Yeah, thank you for that. He's excited. He's excited to hang out with you guys.
Yeah,
thank
it's
you for
gonna be
that.
exciting.
Yeah.
So, and outside that, just so you guys know what else is going on. It's first off, we have the Advice Unfiltered Ambassador program going. We got the new ambassadors, doing all their stuff, which is great. So shout out to all of them. Shout out to the OGs. There's so many things happening right now with the show itself, redoing the website, creating new programs, working on new coaching things. There's a lot of really cool things. Advice Unfiltered After Dark is finally coming to
Fruition.
to fruition, which is awesome. Our big thing was to make sure we do it right. And so I think, we've landed in a good place with what it's going to be. So all that stuff is awesome. But let's get into in the news.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, what?
Somebody asked what the website is.
AdviceUnfiltered.com.
AdviceUnfiltered.com. There's only one.
Now,
AdviceUnfiltered.com.
I would just tell you, this is the funny thing. Just make sure it's unfiltered spelled right. Because I love when they try to do two L's or two
Yes,
I's.
make sure
and
everything's spelled right. We speak proper English and grammar.
and we can spell.
And we can spell.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
AdviceUnfiltered.com. It's the easiest way. If you ever have a question, if you ever want to know if something's real, if you're just on the fence, then it's probably a scam. But outside that, just email me.
Yeah,
and
if
email
you-
the show and we'll figure it out.
Going.
I love
it's gonna
that.
go all day,
Yeah, I
bro.
love
Chris
that.
is always
Chris
right.
is always right.
Chris is right.
I love that.
We started a trend. Maybe
love
if this
that.
like Twitter, we like trending on Twitter.
If I can get the crowd cheering that, that'd be amazing.
Chris is always right.
Chris is always right. Chris
That's
is
how-
always right.
That's how I'm going to start the song. You're just going to hear a low rumbling in the
rumble of,
crowd.
Chris is always right.
Chris is always right. It's just going to come in.
Oh, it's so funny.
I love it. So,
Oh my God, it's so funny.
So lots of stuff going on behind the scenes for sure. So we got Advice Unfiltered After Dark coming. We've already talked about scammers. Be safe out there. And, we just talked about it. Our man Ben Rose from Kapala is coming in April. And that's where we're going to start doing our, Chris is going to be the face of the Redefining Masculinity campaign, which is awesome. So we're going to
Tony's right too all the time too.
I'm right sometimes.
He's
It's fine.
right all the time.
My
No, he's
wife
right all
is
the time.
always right. Chris is always right.
Yeah, he's married, so he has.
That's right. I'm not really right that often.
He's
I
like,
got Parker.
I'm a right when I'm allowed to be right.
Yeah, so not I. So
So funny.
but we got a lot of great stuff. So Ben Rose is coming. He's actually going to come on the show, and we're actually going to be doing a photo shoot together. So it's going to kick off the summer, which is awesome.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, it's going to be a
Can't wait
lot
to
of
see
fun.
Ben.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's going to be great. And so shout out to Ben. Can't wait to have you on here. And beyond that, all right, let's get into the news. Now, there was a big one in the news, and I know I would assume you had to see it, but if you did not,
Alan Richardson.
no, that was a great. Well, Al Richardson.
I thought you were gonna go with that because that's been all over the place.
Look, first of all, the Alan Richards thing, for you guys who don't know, he's like the it guy. I mean, he could sing opera. He's fucking handsome. He's in every movie. He's jacked out of his mind.
Yeah.
I mean,
6'3", 240.
by the way, I reached out to his people because I did not know he hung himself.
Oh yeah, no, he did.
Oh, it's a crazy,
I watched a podcast he was on, and he fights mental depression and anxiety, and he's OCD. So he fights. He has all those things, man. Like Not only did he try to off himself, but he also saved a woman that was getting robbed in Canada. Freaking this guy came up and stole her purse, and he ran across the road and knocked dude into a car and held him till the cops came. So like when they post that video of him beating up the dude, I love how they leave out the whole part where the guy pushes him.
Yes.
Right? The guy pushes him twice off that bike.
You don't see any of that.
Freaking, so I'm sorry, any man, especially with his kids sitting there, the moment you put your hands on me, you're getting a whooping.
It's an ass
You know
whooping.
what I mean? It's an ass whooping. It's already bad enough you're sitting in front of the road. If the guy wasn't an instigator, everybody's like, oh, he shouldn't have hit him. He shouldn't have hit him. No.
Whoa.
What should have happened is that guy should have called the cops if he had a problem with what Richard was doing, with Alan Richard was doing. He should have called the cops and said, his fucking mouth in the house. You know what I mean? The fact he came out there in that road and he stood in front of him could have caused an accident and then pushes him twice off of his bike. You instigated, you started it, you fucked around and you found out, bro.
Yeah.
Bottom line. You know what I mean? So no, I like Alan Richardson. I like him a lot. I think he's a good dude. I think he's a good example of fighting mental health and mental stuff with depression and all that stuff. He's been through a lot, man. That guy's a good dude.
Yeah, and so I reached out to his people, so who knows? You never know, shot in the dark. I think I love his story. But to your point, you got to love how even the neighbor had the balls to like be interviewed and be like, yeah, I don't know why I got punched in the face. He just hit me. Like, I got no clue.
He went on TMZ and was lying with his whole chest.
Yeah, he didn't know that Alan Richardson had a camera on his fucking vest. You know, that's the only reason Alan's not in trouble. Because he had it on his fucking vest that this guy walked right in front of him as he's riding his motorcycle, which made him slam on the brakes, and then went over and pushed him twice. And Alan was trying to get the fuck away. He's like, dude, leave me alone. You know, that guy put himself in that position. So yeah, he deserved that ass whooping. Yeah. What I think about funny about TMZ is how they try to make it seem like they're like the guy got serious injuries from Alan Richardson. Dude, he got a bruise on his fucking head.
That's all he got.
What are you talking about? He doesn't got no serious. There's nothing serious about his injuries at all. He could have got that phone in his yard.
A serious injury would be him in the hospital.
Yeah, dude, that wasn't a serious injury at all. He had a knot on his head.
I don't know what the fuck he was like. He could have got the shit beat out of him.
Dude, I would have fucked him up, bro.
Oh, like, but that goes to show you, like, Chris is always right.
I smile. You see how so he flashed over to me. I said, I would have fucked him up. Then I go,
ding. You got to get the gleam going. That'd be the best. Ding. But look, that's, first of all, you're right. You fuck around, you find out.
Yeah, especially somebody in front of somebody's kids. The guy's statement was, he was riding around the road really fast, and there was kids out there with bikes. But the only kids you saw out there with bikes were his. Were his. And those bikes right there, correct me if I'm wrong, only go about 40 miles an hour. Those little bikes that he's on, maybe 35.
In the video, it shows they're going 22 miles an hour through the neighborhood, which is the standard. It's probably 25 miles an hour in the neighborhood.
By the way, come on. Yeah. Like, you got kids. They're having, like, what are they doing?
Yeah, dude, they're not getting in trouble.
They're with their dad.
You know what I mean? They're with their dad. They're making memories, bro. Like, fucking, you know what I was hating? Because he didn't have that.
Making memories for sure.
Yeah,
they got a memory, all right.
Yeah, his kids were like, my dad's a badass. I would have did the same thing. Dude, I remember when somebody freaking, my oldest son went to the movie theater with his buddy at the Fairgrounds Mall, and he goes to the movie theater, and they go in the bathroom. Him and his buddy are like, laughing and whatever, and this fucking two adults came up behind them, man, and pushed them, and fucking like started shit with them and scared my kids. I sent over 6 dudes. I was bartending, and my kid calls me and tells me, I'm like, are you fucking serious? He's like, I can't leave work right now. And I looked over at everybody at the bar. I'm like, yo, my son's right down the road. And they went down there, and those 2 guys got tossed. Freaking. So yeah, I mean, there's consequences behind actions. You know what I mean? Like, there's people out there that'll do the right thing for the right people. You know what I mean? So you should. And this goes back. I was talking this earlier. It goes back to that gentle parenting bullshit. I'm all about talking to your kid, not hitting your kid. I'm all about reasoning with your kid. Blah blah blah. But I'm a firm believer that some people just get smacked in the fucking mouth. They freaking and then they won't talk as much. Like that gentle parenting made people feel like it's okay. There's no consequences. There's consequences. Like, there's consequences for your actions. That guy right there fucked around and found out. Yeah. I don't feel bad for him at all.
Oh, fuck no.
No.
Who feels bad for, and that's the sad part. There are people that feel bad for that guy.
Oh, they're like, he shouldn't have did it in front of his kids.
Fuck, you should.
That guy should have stepped out in front of his bike and pushed his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, where's that? Well,
you do have that, like, a lot of child psychologists talk about, like, if you don't want to discipline your kid now, that's fine. You're going to pay for it in the long term.
Yeah.
It's just the way it goes. So,
yeah.
But no, the one I want to talk about was the Jillian Michaels takes on the body
I knew that was coming too.
Yes,
I knew that was coming too. The Jillian Michaels and the positive body people, influencers.
But by the way, whatever that show is, I love that show because I've been catching clips of it lately where it's just one professional takes on 25 people, so it's 1 on 25.
25. Oh, come here,
and
buddy.
By the way, the body positivity people you're out of your mind. They got smoked so bad.
Oh, dude, they tried to play victim so bad.
Oh, it just drove me crazy. But anyways, for you guys who don't know, Jillian Michaels. Now, whether you like Jillian Michaels or don't, You know, a lot of people find her to be aggressive. A lot of people to find her from a TV show as being a little hard on people. I got to be honest, my brother was on a TV show, and so much of it is scripted that you don't really know, like what. No matter if it's a reality show, I know, buddy, I see you. Like what the reality is. But she had what I thought was a very measured thing, and for you who don't know, Jillian Michaels took on 25 modern body positivity people and argued about health. Arguing that glorifying obesity is dangerous. So people came on there and were really talking about how you know being overweight's healthy and all this body I can't even say body positivity just gotta drive you crazy when you like watch like people who have no fucking clue what they're talking about make such a stand on something they clearly have no idea about. And it like as a trainer or people in the gym, it's like I can't help to think like how lazy that is. Like to be like, oh well, you know, I think there's a difference when I watched it, you know, and she was really careful about it. And she just said to people, she was like, carrying extra body weight is bad for your health. And then people were like, well, the word obesity hurts my feelings. And you're like, but your health is hurting your feelings. Yes. Nobody's saying you don't love yourself. That's a whole different discussion. But it's arguing about something that's clearly not healthy because of your feelings.
Well, you can't talk about health with those people because you're not talking about their health. You're talking about their trauma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think I watched it. I thought Jillian, I'll be honest with you. I remember Jillian from the Biggest Loser, right?
Yes.
They portrayed her, and no offense, Jillian, they portrayed her like this fucking bitch.
She was a psycho.
She was a psycho, right? Fucking making people throw up and everything else. At the time, I knew, being a personal trainer myself, the way they were treating those people was horrible. So I didn't support the show. I didn't really watch the show. I only saw clips of the show. I knew what they were doing. It wasn't just a bad way to go about it, but it was also long-term effects were going to be huge, right? Because now you've publicized these people's health, right? I think what Jillian did really, 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 really well, one, was keep her cool.
She kept her cool.
She kept her cool because these people were coming at her hard, bro. They were coming at her hard, and they were trying to push her buttons like no tomorrow. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't think I would have been able to keep my cool as well as she did. She did amazing. Like I was impressed. And again, the problem is that those people there, you're not talking about health. You're talking about mental health when it comes to them. You know, you can say whatever you want. You can give them the scientific data. You know, saying there is no person that has lived, you know, past 65 or 70 over 400 pounds. You know what I mean? Like you could show them data of people that are unhealthy, and show them data of how high their medical bills are, right? Freaking and everything else, from diabetes and everything else, from stuff that you have control over, right? But it's not about the health. It's really about what trauma they had being unhealthy. Right, so a lot of those women were coming at her as like she was like the childhood girl that they picked on her at school.
Yes,
you know what I mean. Like if you saw them, if you looked at them as not as a grown woman but as a child, you saw them projecting this anger, this frustration of how they got treated as a child. Because I guarantee you, every single one of those people were overweight as a kid, right? Were somewhere not healthy as a kid, and that's how they got to where they are now, right? But again, I always say this all the time. The only difference between an addict and somebody that's obese is you can see the trauma in the obese person. And there's just God's honest truth, and GOP wants to prove this, is that nobody wants to be unhealthy. Bottom line, you don't want medical bills. You don't want to have diabetes. You don't want to sit there with heart problems and cholesterol and be on all these meds. Nobody really wants that, right? And I think that's the whole point of what Jillian was trying to say. Is that yes, body positivity you should absolutely love yourself, absolutely 100%. But loving yourself, let's be real, loving yourself is taking care of yourself, right? Is making sure that you're as healthy as you possibly can be, so you have a healthy, sustainable life, man. You have one life. You know, and it has nothing to do with like being a certain body weight or fitting in certain clothes. Those are all benefits, right? Like me and Tony, we'll admit, we hate working out. Yeah. Fucking hate it, man. I hate eating chicken and rice all the time. I hate eating all that stuff. But here's the benefits of it all. I'm going to live longer, right? I live a better quality of life. I can keep up with my kids. All my friends
that I graduated high school with, I guarantee 98% of them is on some kind of blood pressure medicine, some kind of heart medicine, some kind of freaking, something else for cholesterol or whatever. Like, I guarantee you they're all on this stuff. And it's because they choose not to do little habits to make their life better. The one girl, I saw her on there, she was complaining. She's like, well, it's expensive to eat healthy, but it's not. There's a whole guy on TikTok who teaches you cheap ways to eat healthy.
Yeah.
Shows you, an absolute way to do it. It's prioritizing. Do you want to prioritize it? Or do you want to be a victim to whatever your trauma is? And self-accountability is really hard, right? It's easy to point the finger. Oh, well, you're making me feel bad about myself. Well, no, I can't. I honestly, here's the truth. I can't make you do anything.
Yeah.
I can't make you feel anything. You, the individual itself, have control over how you feel about somebody saying something.
Nor will you ask for anybody's money.
No, nor will I ask for anybody's money. Yeah. No. But you know what I mean? Like, that's the truth, right? Like, listen, I had some guy today calling me a bunch of names on Instagram, right?
Are you about the guy screenshotted?
Yeah, the guy screenshotted. It was so funny. Yeah, he deleted that shit real quick, didn't he? Freaking, and anybody else would have been like, oh, that motherfucker, and got pissed, right? But I see what it is, right? He's coming at me because he feels insecure about himself. And it is what it is. Like, I'm not going to let what he says about me define who the fuck I am, right? What defines me is my work ethic. What defines me is the choices and habits I create, right? So people's words don't have control over you, a spell on you, until you give them that ability to have that energy in your life, right? So body positivity, if you truly want to be body positive, right, then being healthy is the most positive thing you could possibly do. And that's at the core of what Jillian was doing the whole time, was trying to say that. You know what I mean? But nobody wanted to hear that. They were so focused on their trauma, and all they saw was her was a woman who's successful, and whatever they possibly could do to separate that wall between their trauma and their accountability, and why it's Jillian's fault that doesn't work for them, and it hurts their feelings. And feelings don't trump facts. I'm sorry, they don't. Like, you can feel a certain way, but if numbers are numbers and statistics are statistics, guess what? They're medically proven in documents, then that's facts. Your feelings don't change facts. That's it.
It's probably the biggest lesson that now as you're teaching your kids and you're growing, because one of the things that's, and I know, fact check me, but I don't hear, but like, it's going to be close. It was something like they went back and looked at even habits of unhealthy people. When you look at like people on low income, right?
Yes.
So food stamps and stuff. It was some ridiculous number, like 30+% of all food stamps is spent on soda.
Yeah.
And so already we're setting bad precedents with the idea that you're saying, oh, well, food's expensive, but then you look at what you're buying, right?
No, it's laziness.
But, I go back, I think what you said is perfect. I think if you actually take this generation underneath us and you were to pull back the curtain, the reality of it is facts trump feelings.
Yes.
You can
and that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Not to cut you off, I apologize.
You're right, yeah.
Now, it goes back to what I was saying earlier about gentle parenting. Like, it goes back to that whole thing where your kid's eating junk food and snacks, and you're like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. And you're not doing anything to stop that. Yeah, it's one of the things that really frustrates. I'm gonna get yelled at for this one. It's one of the things that frustrates me about Generation X the most. Because I see all the time on social media about Generation X does this, and we're the strongest, and we're the most independent. We're the last ones to come in before freaking cell phones, the lights go out, and all this stuff, right? And yes, we are those things, right? But when we look at where society's going, and we look at where these kids' minds are, right, where they're weak. And their struggle, like, they can't handle stress of life. That's our fault. We raised those kids. All those women that you saw on that thing were in their 20s, all of them. In their early 20s, and Generation X, we raised those kids. We let them have those diet sodas. We're the ones that fed them that food. We're the ones that didn't teach them healthy habits. We're the ones that didn't set the right example of what a healthy lifestyle is, right? And so we should take responsibility for that.
Well, it's participation trophies, baby.
Yeah.
It's just too much of that stuff.
Yeah. It's like, you have to set a precedent. You have to set an example. You have to, if you want people to be healthier mentally and physically, then you have to show them to do the work. You can't just say, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You go have your safe space over there. You go have your safe space over there. And you go take all these meds because that's going to make you feel better. And you take all these, the GP1s because that's a quick fix, and all this stuff. But what it really comes down to, and this is where, I really want to talk about when I get to think about mental health in Ohio, is it comes down to creating habits. mentally and physically, creating good, healthy habits that not only persist in your daily life, but people see those things, and then being accountable. You know what I mean? Like, I'll admit it. I ate a whole box of candy cakes the other day.
It was good.
They were delicious. Chocolate peanut butter is my weakness. There is truly a 300-pound fat guy sits in this body every day, and he wants to get out. He loves sweets. I love them. I like how I talk about it in third person. But yeah. So,
Christopher David loves sweets.
There's a Chris David over here that's huge. And I love my sweets. But I know that. I know I love my sweets, and I know I love my junk food. And so I don't buy it. And when I do, I'll eat the whole box. But if anybody's been watching my lives on TikTok, I've been doing cardio every day. So I balance it out. But I do out of a 100% week, I would say 92% of my week is I eat really, really healthy. You know what I mean? But I do that for my kids too. Like, I want to be here for my kids. I want a quality of life, and I think it comes down to one that more than making excuses. And what I saw in that Jillian thing was everybody making excuses. Everybody pointing the finger and making excuses, and weren't at all having any scientific based evidence of shit. When they talk about the BMI, when they talked about fucking, it was made by a freaking, like, they brought up race in it.
Oh, God.
They brought up race in it. Like, freaking the BMI was made by, I don't understand that. Freaking, I was like, wow, man, it's and listen, I'm for one that believes BMI is bullshit too. It needs to be revised.
Yeah, it does.
It needs to be revised because when they made the BMI, everybody was a lot smaller, bone density, the whole nine. So I agree the BMI needs to be revised. But she's like, it was made to make people feel obese. I'm like, no, it wasn't. It wasn't making them feel obese. Nobody was out to get you. I think it's the biggest thing. I think it's the biggest thing that people too. Like, people think people are out to get them. Nobody's out to get you, man.
It's either Japan or South Korea where certain restaurants you have an opening in the to get in.
Yeah.
And depending on the opening you get in, it's a discount you get on the food.
Japan. I bet you any money in Japan.
But in New York, they just did this. They did a whole thing. It was an upscale boutique in New York City, and if you couldn't fit through the slit that they made, you couldn't shop in the store.
Really?
And by the way,
wow, in New York.
By the way,
everybody say Japan.
Viral marketing idea.
Yeah.
They had a door, and then they had plywood up, and if you couldn't fit through the slit, that was their way of telling you there's nothing in the store you'll fit in.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was just
Genius.
like in the last 2 weeks.
Genius.
And people lost their fucking minds.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's like that guy who wanted to get hired at a little girl's clothing store. And he was all upset because they wouldn't hire him. It's a little girl clothing store. What do you need to work there for, bro? There's plenty of other jobs you could have.
Well, that's like when people used to fight back in the day, like, hey, I'm a guy, I should be able to wait tables at Hooters. What? Why? Why can't we?
Takes away the name of the place, right?
But why is that a thing?
That'd be Dick's. It wouldn't be Hooters.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to bring something up, just on a technical side of things.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of people that are saying Facebook has no sound, and I keep checking, and there is sound. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on individually with certain people.
Are you sure it's Facebook and not Instagram?
They say Facebook.
All right, so guys, if you're on Facebook, just go to YouTube.
Go to YouTube. Watch it on YouTube.
That's why we have it everywhere.
Yes, we're on everywhere. Like, you should be able to get on everywhere.
Because we can't control the volumes of each platform individually.
We have no.
So if there is would we have gotten flagged through anything from the intro? No, there's nothing we could have gotten flagged.
Metabolic insulin resistance due to menopause. Weight gain is not manageable healthy habit. Well, that's you have to get your insulin balanced. Yeah. So you have to go to your doctor and get your insulin balanced. That's what you have to do. You can take stuff for that.
I think people, look, the reality of it is to Chris's point about the 90% of the time. We just had one of our coaching sessions and we were talking to people about 80-20. Look, you can have every excuse in the book. That's fine. Yeah. But it doesn't mean that you can't go and figure out how to eat still healthy. Look, me and you love the cheapest thing on the planet, London broil.
Love it.
Just telling people, they're like, what's your favorite? I'm like, I'm going to be honest, I've eaten London broil my whole life.
Yeah.
You get London broil, feed 3 people for $9.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you now, me and you've been broke, homeless, lived on our own. You don't got to tell us what it's like to try to figure out how to make money.
No, well, here's the thing, too. You have to remember, too, everybody's like, it's expensive to eat healthy and blah, blah, blah. Look how many poor countries that don't have the opportunities and access to the food and stuff that we do here, that are actually in really good shape.
Yeah.
Those guys, what was the guy from Kenya, the guy who had the mile record in running? You know, freaking his whole family, everybody is skinny and in shape, man. And they don't have a Walmart down the road. They don't have a freaking Costco, and they're healthy. These guys are beating records and running. You know, freaking like you can't say it's a money thing, and you can't say not eating healthy is everybody else's fault or they're making you feel a certain way. Again, nobody can make you feel anything. I can't make you love me. I can't make you love the podcast. I can't make you, hate the blue sky. You know, I all I can do is give you advice on stuff and say things, right? So you're the one, you're the individual who gives anything anybody says to you the power, the ability to control your feelings. You know?
Plus, Chris, you got to remember, you guys are certified and award-winning relationship experts.
Yes,
so, it says it behind you.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's right. Relationship basketball.
Short
For a
commercial
long
break to
time,
pay the
we were
bills.
told what a man should be. Strong. Silent. But evolution doesn't come from standing still. It comes from awareness. From strength with depth. Kopala by Ben Rose. Collaboration with Advice Unfiltered. The evolution of man.
Experts.
Yeah. All right. So I love it so much. All right. So last week we had a question of the week. A lot of you wrote in, and I took the two. I'll remind you what the question was, and I'll give you the two main thoughts that came through. If your partner stops taking care of their body after commitment, is it shallow to lose attraction, or is it just human
this is what we did a survey on.
Yes, we did.
We did a survey on this.
So
people wrote in?
So people wrote in.
I love this. I love when people write in.
So here was the two main dissenting voices. Now I got to be honest with you. Oddly enough, what do you think the percentages were of people that were like, "Hey, shit just happens, and shit just happens, and you lose weight, and you deal with it," versus people that were like, "Hey, like you can easily lose attraction if your partner lets himself go." What do you think the split was?
So wait, what's the split again?
So it was either, hey, shit happens, and if your partner gets fat, it's all good, like that just is what it is. Mm-hmm. Or the other side was, no, if you're getting in shape and you're worried about your health, your partner has a responsibility too in the relationship.
Well, I'm going to say that people morally, because they don't want to be mean, will say the first one. I think that would be the highest one because people don't want to hurt other people's feelings. People want to be nice to people, especially people they care about, and they put this thought in their mind. And this goes back to this whole thing about body positivity. They for some reason they put this negative connotation on wanting to get your partner healthy.
Healthy.
Yeah. So not about getting in shape, but getting your partner healthy. Like you telling your partner that they're out of shape or they're eating bad isn't you being mean, which most people think.
Yep.
Right. I would think most people would think, that it's being mean. You're being disrespectful. You should let your person be who they want to be. But let's be honest. If you really love somebody, like I love my kids, right? I love my kids. I don't want my kid to eat shit food all the time because I want him to be healthy. I want him to live a long time. So I tell him, stop eating that shit food. Go eat some broccoli. Go eat some fucking vegetables. Like go eat some fruit. Like I tell him all this stuff, right? And I make him do that because I love him. So I would say B, but I think in this case, I think most people want to be politically correct and not be hurting anybody and not be morally, and so I'm going to say A.
You're going to say A. What do you think, Christian? Do you think people sided with like your health? The person should maintain, or the person should be okay with whatever you turn into?
Wait, you said that backwards.
Well, I know, but like,
yeah, but it's got to be A or B.
So A was, hey, it is what it is.
Yes.
You should love your partner no matter what, and no matter even if you prioritize your health, doesn't mean the other person has to. That's A. B is no. If I start trying to get healthy, then you should do the same thing in the relationship.
Crap. Shit. That's hard. I mean, I think that B only comes from a place of love, as described, but I know that people are going to take that the wrong way.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, I think it's B.
So it was almost 50-50.
Whoa.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So what? And this, I'll give you the two people. I just picked one from each one. So Mark from Illinois writes in, I hear you guys talking about that people lose their attraction when their partner lets themselves go. But honestly, I think that mindset says more about the person losing attraction than the one who's changed. Hey, life happens, stress, age, kids, career, bodies are going to evolve. If your connection was built on attraction, then maybe you should look for something deeper. That was one.
I like that. I like that. What was his name?
That was Mark from Illinois.
Mark, I like that point of view, Mark.
Yeah,
that was good. I like that.
It's a fair point.
It's a very fair point.
Yes. Like I picked one that was like.
Here's the thing about this too. Let's be honest here. There's no wrong answer here. I don't think there's any wrong answer.
Yeah.
I think both sides are very valid, and I think it really depends on the individual. Right?
Yeah. And Vanessa writes in from Washington. Since getting comfortable in our relationship, my partner had let themselves go physically. I did feel my attraction fading. I hate admitting that, but that was honest. I had an honest conversation with him about it, and it came from a place of love and not having to do with anything about physical fitness, but overall health. I told him, and this is what resonated the most, we have a ton of problems till we only have one problem. And that always happens when someone gets sick. Every other problem's not important. So since he knew I was coming from a place of love, we'd started to make small changes to get healthier.
I love that.
So
I love that.
both.
I do. I like both too. I think both are totally understandable. Comes down to the individual and the person, right? And this I said this earlier. I had a conversation with somebody earlier, and about social media and stuff, and about offending people and not offending people and all this stuff. I think, and I mean this. I really truly believe that as long as the intention of the action is coming from a place of love and compassion and understanding, I think either way you choose to go, as long as the intention is out of love, there's never a wrong answer.
I don't think there's a better motivator than somebody who loves you.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying, but I think the intention has to be the key, right? I think it has to be, because sometimes people get offended, right? They get upset, but you have to look where the intention's coming from, right? Because there's things that I can tell my son, like hard truths. Like there's some things that I got to tell you that we got to talk about. I'm not comfortable to talk about it. I don't want to do this, but I'm going to talk to you about it anyway, because this is going to be this is going to help you, right? So there's hard truths. So I think as long as there's always an intention of love out of it, not a demeaning or negative thing, I think either way is a great way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And just so you know, your new question of the week, so you guys can write in again, and we'll do this again because you guys send in a ton of emails about it, which is fantastic. Is it cheating to entertain attention from someone that you would never sleep with?
What is that?
So here's the question. Is it cheating to entertain attention from someone you'd never actually sleep with?
Of course.
So we'll see.
That's our vote?
That's our question of the day. So write in your comments about it. So don't just vote. Write in some comments, and what we'll do is we'll pick the 2 best comments on each deciding thing, and it'll give you guys something to debate about as we go through the week. So,
nice.
All right.
Eric, no Big Mac, no French fries. You know better.
Yes.
Yes, Eric. You know better, bro. I see you.
All right. Relationship experts have maybe the greatest update.
Oh, updates. We didn't even get to updates yet? God.
We have an update.
I love updates.
It's a great one. It's all the way from November.
From November?
From November.
November rain.
Rachel from Pittsburgh.
What's up, Pittsburgh? Go Steelers.
Now you have to remember, this was 5 months ago. And if you guys don't remember, we had it. So I'll, because I know I wouldn't have remembered her name either. So I had to go back and look. Rachel slept with her coworker.
Okay.
She got pregnant.
Oh, I know what this one is. Is this the one with the 2 baby daddies?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's the one with 2 baby daddies.
Yes, it is. So,
I'm so excited.
So
sorry, Parker.
No, it's all good, Parker.
That's fucking, I'm excited. Oh, I can't wait.
It's been 5 months. So for you guys who don't know,
it wasn't even one of them.
I was waiting for that so much. I read the story.
Wasn't even one of the guys. It was both.
So for you guys who are new listeners, if maybe haven't gone all the way back to November, we got a question in from a girl named Rachel from Pittsburgh.
So, not to cut you off.
Yeah,
but I want to put a key note here.
Yeah.
This is where we clip out that part.
Yes.
You got to find that part, clip that out, and then put it in here.
Oh, I found it.
Okay, good. And then put it in here when we put the show out. Yeah.
So Rachel has a boyfriend, a long-term boyfriend, and she was having an affair with a coworker at work.
Her boss, wasn't it?
I just said coworker.
I thought it was her boss. All
right. So what happened was she got pregnant, and her boyfriend and the coworker are 2 completely different ethnicities. Ethnicities.
Yes, I got you back.
So I'm all over the place today.
I know, I got you, bro. I got you.
I'm struggling today.
It's probably those energy gummies.
So I've like 3 of them today. I'm on fire. He's like, woo, woo. So, but what happened was, because of that, she was afraid, because she was like, oh, maybe I'll just have the baby and not be able to tell anybody, but she can't. So we gave her our advice to her, and you I went back and actually watched I had to go back and watch the episode, and you gave her like right down the middle advice, and the advice you gave her was about the kid, and your advice was if you want to give your child the best chance of having a normal life, then you have to take responsibility now to tell them, because it'll only help your child's life in the future, right? So,
I said that?
Yes, you did.
Oh,
you know why?
It's because I'm always right.
Because you're a relationship expert.
Because I'm a relationship expert. Chris is always right.
All right. Update from Rachel from Pittsburgh. I know you guys have been waiting for it. I know. We need a gleam. Ding, ding. Hey, guys. I wanted to give you an update on my situation. I am now 5 months pregnant. And after listening to your advice and how important it was for the child, I decided to tell my coworker first I was pregnant. Right away, he told me to get an abortion.
Of course, he's like, where's the tallest steps at?
And he told me he wanted nothing to do with me.
Wow.
I cried for about a week for that, not knowing what else to do. And then when I came into work that next week, he had quit. I was not able to track him down.
He ran.
He ran.
He ran, bro.
So I was.
Wow.
Yeah, he quit work and
He's
everything.
like, what? Wait, hold on. Wait.
He went
Like a fucking ninja. He was straight Ninja Gaiden. Swoop up. Mouth.
All right, so he left. He quit work and bounced.
Wow.
All right, so I was just left to tell my boyfriend. I had to come clean, and obviously he was upset.
Of course he was.
We talked over a course of a couple days, and he's decided to end the relationship as well. But to his credit, he has stayed close to me as he wants to stay in my life and the baby's life, especially if it's his. He does not want me to stress, since stress could harm the baby. He's doing the best he can mentally, but as you can imagine, it's really fucked him up.
Yeah,
He
I
did
can imagine.
promise me over the next few months that he would not date anyone in the meantime, as to keep things as uncomplicated as possible. Why am I writing you to tell your show an update? I really went back and forth about this, since no one really knows me and I could have just faded away in obscurity. However, I did want to just tell people out there I really fucked up. Not because of the baby, because when I look back on a mistake, I let a good man down, I left myself down, and I let my baby down. And for whatever reason, just to fuck a man who was my coworker, just because I felt like I was getting attention, when the real attention was from at home, from a real man who was a real person who really cared about me. I just didn't get it. I want to share with the audience how playing in the rearview mirror does not do me any good, but it could help out someone else out there. Please put the office dick away. Stop making excuses and letting the person send you messages that make you feel special. The reality is they don't want you in their life. They want the snacks without the responsibility. Because if my coworker was really the type of man I deserved, he would not have hit it and bounced. And P.S., I found out he was married.
Well, yeah, I figured that's exactly why I hit it and bounced.
I own this, and I will love this baby no matter what, but don't make the mistake I did. My new life could have been better, but I just did not stop and think to myself what I now realize was the most important decision and question I should have asked myself. How would I feel if someone else did this to me? And unfortunately, I put the short-term wants in front of my long-term life. Here's the best part. Thank you for all. You kept it real with me, and my baby's life will be better because of the two of you. Because of that, if it's a boy, its name will be Christopher Anthony.
No, get the fuck out of here.
And if it's a girl, her name will be Christina Anthony.
No fucking way.
Thank you guys so much. Side note, relationship experts. That's fucking great.
That's crazy.
So, thank you, Rachel from Pittsburgh.
I mean, I'm not mad. No Christian in there. It's all good. It's fine.
Well, Christian's pretty close, right?
Rachel, first off.
Right, pretty close.
That's amazing.
First off, when I take, because when I went back to look, first off, I'm going to be honest with you. I was waiting for a third person. Because you know how these things go, bro.
It's going to be the one of them, right?
We know how these could go.
I was like, oh, there's going to be another dude in there. But no, first off, kudos to you, the advice you gave, because I went back and you really nailed it. And, and I think really what she said is profound. You stop thinking about yourself. The decision she made was hard, but like you told her, she feels so happy her baby's life is going to be better because of that.
Yeah.
And, depending on what it is, so probably, let's see. So right now it's 5 months. Right, so April, May, June, July. So it's probably sometime in August.
I'm born in August. August 27th. How did they kick him out on August 27th?
Bro, could you?
Yeah, or 23rd.
You imagine the universe tells us that he's that there's a
It's actually my baby.
and he's.
It's actually our baby. That's our baby.
We don't know which one.
We don't know which
When
one.
it comes out, it's gonna have gray hair.
He's got gray hair, blue eyes.
And we're fucked. We don't know.
Don't know. Be fucking huge and jacked.
Yes.
You know?
Be awesome. Is he on creatine in his bottle?
That's so funny.
So kudos to you. Great job. Great advice. I wanted to give you a shout out.
That's cool, man. No, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. At first, I was like, you know, I was like, you're getting what you deserve. Like you made your bed and you slept in it. But hearing you take accountability for it, I'm proud of you. Like, I'm really proud of you. Like, I mean that. As a parent, as a person. What's her name? I shouldn't say her name.
Rachel from Pittsburgh.
Rachel from Pittsburgh. I just want to say I'm really proud of you. What you did, taking accountability, being brave enough to tell those people, that takes a lot of fucking courage, man. A lot of courage to do what you did. And because of that, right? That decision to do the hard thing, and I mean this, because you made a decision to do the hard thing, your child's going to have a good life. Because that's probably going to be one of the hardest lessons you've ever had to learn. Again, I'm a firm believer, and we all learn the same life lessons. We might make different mistakes to learn that life lesson, but at the end of the day, we only learn the same life lessons. If we don't, we're doomed to fail and do it again and again until we do. Right? What you did was you changed a pattern in your life, and you took accountability, and you're a very brave and mother, and you should be very proud of what you accomplished in the small time that you have to become that mother that your child deserves. Right? Kudos to the guy.
Yeah, kudos to him too.
Kudos to the guy for sticking around. I will tell you this though, and I want you to understand this, and I'm going to tell you from a man's standpoint and a woman's standpoint. I want you to understand I'm coming from both things. When that child is born, do not have him sign a birth certificate until he knows he is the father. And I'm saying this out of respect for him and respect for the baby, right? Because if he signs that paper and then finds out that kid's not his, he's still gonna end up having to pay and all this other stuff, and it's not fair to him. Like, he's already been hurt by you, and the fact he's staying by you, you need to give him that respect to get the DNA test done, to see if the child's his, and then give him the option whether or not he wants to take on that responsibility or not. That's the only if it's not his, right? If it's not his, they give him the option if he wants to take on that responsibility. That's the only thing I say to you, Rachel. That I think that is another thing you're gonna have to face, right? Because he's gonna be caught up in the emotion. I'm telling you right now, being a father, being there when the kid is born, you're gonna be caught up in the emotion. He's like, raw, and he's like, oh my God, and he's not gonna think because emotions are gonna be high. And if that child turns out not to be his later, there could be issues, right, for you, him, and the child. So I'm just saying, before any papers are signed, right, before you have him sign anything, just give him the clarity and the understanding and the respect to make sure the child is his. And then you can go from there. But other than that, everything you've done right now, I'm really proud of you. Again, it was fucking brave. It brought tears to my eyes before you even knew I was going to need a kid after me, like Freakin' or Tony. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was already in tears in my eyes because I know how hard that was for you to do that, right? At the same time, I know how brave and how courageous you had to be to do that, to confront both. And then on top of that, to look at yourself in the mirror and go, man, I can't blame him. I can't blame him. The only person I can blame is me. And not only that, but sharing your story. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you to you, Rachel, and kudos to you. And let us know how it turns out.
Yeah,
let us know.
I'm excited. Thank you for keeping us in the loop. And by the way, if I know, like, I remember when this question came in and we answered it, and I was going through the emails, like the next episode, because I actually went back to look into this, and some people were like, beating her up a little bit. But look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I say this as a generalization. We've all cheated. I mean, she wound up with the stick of it, like that, that where she had some consequences to it. So I went back and looked, and one of the things I was so proud of us, and I mean this, like, not taking any shine away from her, is we never beat her up. We didn't. We didn't talk about the accident. We didn't talk about the cheating or any of that stuff. We talked about the child and the kid. And you gave like home run advice, and I was like, yeah. So we appreciate you sharing. Thank you so much. All right.
You were not kidding. That was an awesome update.
Oh, I knew when it came in.
Cool as shit.
I was like, oh, they're gonna be so excited.
Yeah, that was cool as shit.
Every now and then, Mateo, if you're out there, I just always want a Mateo update.
We're all about Mateo.
I love Mateo. That was our first, like, what the fuck? So
that's right. Mateo's baby was
the babysitter.
The babysitters.
And they lied for the 4 years.
To the family.
Yeah, everyone still thinks he's the stepdad, and he's the real father.
Oh, that's so funny. So funny.
Because I went back to, like, I had to go back to find the episode, so I went back to the clips, and of course, there was the one where it says, Mateo's not my stepdad, the baby's got the little shirt on, one of the AI little videos I made. But, yeah, but that's what we do here, because we give expert relationship advice. That's right.
Yeah, we try to see it from an outside perspective, what the right thing is to do for
Short
everybody.
commercial
Native
break
Pharmaceuticals
to pay the bills and Advice Unfiltered. Both made for your everyday life. Use code AUF for 10% off your next order.
Now this is, I mean, it's going to be a question, but I actually put it right after this because I think it just speaks volumes to a good follow-up to what she's now experiencing. Mark from Phoenix writes in, hey guys, I'm single and in my mid-40s. The older I get, the more I feel like relationships are actually not that complicated, and somehow myself and a lot of people seemingly make them that way. To me, I think I've learned this. Just care about the person, don't lie, don't cheat, and love them the way that you want to be loved. Pretty simple. When I look around dating now, it feels like there's all these games and mixed signals and unnecessary layers. So I'm curious, why do you think that something that's so straightforward seems to be so difficult in theory?
Relationships?
Yeah. If it just came down, there's a million reasons why, Mark.
Dude, do you not remember? Let's go back in history. Cavemen used to just knock girls in the head
And just pull them.
and drag them back to the cave for a reason.
You looked into the camera and said that with your whole chest.
Wait, for a reason. Relationships are always hard, bro. There's no quick fix. In today's society, it's even twice as hard because, people don't want to do the work. It comes down to doing the work. Like, being in a relationship is work, and you're combining two worlds. That's what you're doing. You're combining two worlds. And when those two worlds collide, sometimes it's a beautiful thing. Sometimes it's an amazing, amazing thing. Sometimes it's not so much.
Yeah, I would say this, Mark. Here's what I tell you. You learned a lesson that all of us have to go through a bunch of shit to learn. And so what I would tell you is I learned this lesson right before I actually met my wife. I started taking responsibility for every fucked up relationship. I started really, you can go upstairs. There's a whole bunch of napkins and stuff upstairs. I started taking responsibility for relationship. I started actually leaving relationships and thinking to myself, what could I do better? And I think the key for me was in this relationship now, being married for 13 years, and actually we're such in a great place, but a lot of it came to the fact that I just focus on the things I can control. I just show up every day. I try to be a great husband. I try to make sure I tell her how much I love her. I try to compliment her, and I try to, in my own life, just be the best version of myself. But, that still took me 35 years to figure that out, right? So don't beat yourself up about it, Mark. I just think we all have to get there. I don't think it's as easy as just handing somebody the answers to the test without going through what it takes to learn and study. So,
well, no, a lot of people think that it's like a romance movie. I know. I used to think it was like a romance movie. I thought if I just chased you down, sit outside of your house with the radio,
that was a great
you'd
movie.
fall in love with me, or if I beat up the high school jock. But none of that stuff worked out for me.
2026 new dating techniques for Chris.
Beat up the jock and stand outside with a boombox.
Play your favorite song.
Play your favorite song.
Is that John Cusack?
And then eventually walk off and put your hand up in the air and sing "Don't Forget About Me."
And everything will be okay.
And everything will be okay.
Yeah. So, by the way, greatest song to end a movie ever.
Yes.
Don't Forget About Me. It's classic.
That's how I left my last job.
Did you?
Did you really?
Swear to God. So I know it was my last day at my job. So I played Simple Minds, right?
Yeah.
Don't You Forget About Me. I go, all right, guys, I'm leaving. And I went, psh, and I I turned around and the song's playing. I go, and I walked out. And I got my car with it playing in the Bluetooth in my car, put the window down, drove off, and put my hand out the window.
Oh my God, it's great.
So I did.
David from Pittsburgh writes in.
I'm lame.
Hey, Chris, it's
so
fucking great.
lame.
I love it.
Freaking
so
lame.
fucking
That's
lame.
awesome.
That's
So
like
lame.
my favorite meme on the my favorite video on the internet. One of my top 10 is the guy who quits the job at the coffee shop and he comes in with the barbershop quartet.
Oh yeah.
And he start doing it.
Yeah. Well, I was like, dude, we won the award. I went into my manager's office playing "We Are the Champions" for Queen.
You did?
I did. I walked in there. I literally walked in there right when it goes, "We are the champions," and I put my hands up and I just walked around his office like this, and then I walked out. He's like, so you won. I'm like, yes, we did.
David from Pittsburgh writes in, hey, Chris and Tony, I'm a big fan of the show, and I want to get your perspective on something that's been weighing on me. I've been married to my wife for years, for about 5 years. I've been married for my wife for years. About 5 years ago, I was in a car accident that's left me paralyzed and in a wheelchair.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Okay. Before that, we had a normal, active life together. And since then, I have to be honest, she's just an incredible angel. She stayed by my side this entire thing. We have a great marriage. She supported me in ways I don't even know that I can fully put into words. And I've never been made to feel like a burden. I love her deeply. But here's where my struggle comes in. I know this situation has affected every part of our lives, including intimacy. I've told her multiple times that I would completely understand if she needed to look outside the relationship just to have her needs met, but she refuses and says I'm crazy for even suggesting it. I just want her to be happy after everything she's given and sacrificed for me, but she sees it completely differently. So I guess my question is, if you guys were in my position, would you feel the same way, or am I overthinking this and just not seeing it clearly?
No, I would definitely feel the same way.
I'd feel the same way.
We'd all feel the same way, bro. What you're feeling is absolutely 100% understandable, relatable, and there's nothing wrong with the way you feel. Right? There's no reason that you don't feel that way, right? Like what you're going through is absolutely 100% a natural thing to be happening, right?
Yeah.
But what you have to do is you have to listen to your wife and not think so much, because what you're doing is self-deprecating, right? You're making yourself feel a certain way because if your roles reversed, you would want that's how you think you would feel, like if you were if she was in your shoes, and you wouldn't do it either. Like, listen, you love your wife, bro. If your wife told you, right, to go out and sleep with somebody else and she's in a wheelchair, you wouldn't either, bro. Nobody would in their right mind, no. Especially somebody who's choosing to stay there, right? So what you need to do is not try to push your wife away from you, and try to feel like that you're a burden. What you have to do is see that your wife loves you, man, and appreciate her. And every day she picks you up, and every day she does those things for you that you can't do on your own. Just tell her you love her, man, and just show her how much you appreciate her. You doing that, right? You doing that. You letting her know that what she's doing is so appreciative, and you love her so much, and you care about her will mean 100 times more to her and her emotions and her feelings than you telling her to go out and bang somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I feel anyway. I mean, I'm not in your shoes, but I understand where you're coming from. I also understand where she's coming from. And I'm going to tell you what's going to make your life easier mentally is listening, actively listening to what she's saying to you. No, you're crazy. I wouldn't do that to you. She loves you enough to wouldn't do that to you. So that right there is what you need to focus on when you have those thoughts of being a burden, all that stuff. She's like, nah, she loves me, man. She loves me, and she's choosing to stay by my side. So because of that, I'm going to respect her doing that and let her know how much I truly, truly appreciate her.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm close with somebody that, I'm very close to somebody who had a lot of thoughts about not being here anymore and harming themselves and all those kind of conversations. And, they got into a place where they just, now talking to them years later, it's like they couldn't understand why I wouldn't leave. Like, in other words, like why I cared so much and why, like, oh, you should just, you don't need to be here. And I can't believe, like, why are you even messing with me? And it's like, there's just a love that I have for that person that I don't know anything else, but I just love that person. And your wife sounds like the same. Like
count your blessings, bro.
That's it, man. So
count your blessings. Don't push her away. Don't make her feel like that she shouldn't care about you. She's already made a choice. Nourish that choice. Flower, like any kind of flower or garden. If we can nourish that choice that she made, give her the love and support back, and just tell her every day, man, how much she means to you and how much she loves her. I think that means, well, I don't know your wife, but I think that would mean more to her.
Sounds amazing.
She sounds amazing. So I think that would mean more to her, you doing that, than self-deprecating. For something you have no control over, right? It wasn't like you asked for that life. You have no control over. So as I always say, control the controllables, right? What you have control over is letting your wife know that you truly love her and appreciate her. And that right there is going to make it, everything she does for you that much easier.
I mean, I just saw someone wrote in there because they had popped it up. And I know that, look, roll your ass in bed and get those working hands on some sex toys.
Yes.
or get the little remote control ones. Like you got, like
they got plenty of stuff you can do.
yeah, there's stuff
Yeah.
you can get real creative,
I
man.
like how your fans went right where they were like, bro, there's toys. You're good.
Well, there's that one girl that's a paraplegic. Have we seen? I think I said it to
she's
you.
the best.
I love her.
Oh, she's
the
like
one.
crack.
She cracks me up. She's like, don't let this guy look like a freak on the outside and change that I'm a freak on the inside.
She said my head game.
I love her.
She talks about her head game all the time.
Yeah, her head game all the time. She's like, my chair's not just a chair if you use it right.
By the way.
you know, if you can. Yeah, dude, no, she's great. I love her. She literally fucking like she can hardly move her head, right?
Wait.
Because I think from the waist down, and she lets her freak come out.
Oh, she's great.
She's fucking amazing. Her courage and the way she talks is I admire her so much. She's so funny. I love her.
I think we should get her on the podcast.
Yeah,
We
can
could
do that.
zoom her in.
We could zoom her in.
Oh, it'd be so funny.
That'd be so funny. Have her answer some of the questions.
Well, I watched her. She was on a podcast. Somebody had her on. They zoomed her in. And it was one of the funniest things. And the guy's like, come on, you really want me to hit it? And she's like talking all kinds of
Oh,
crazy.
yeah, they showed that black guy. That black guy was like, everybody was like, you shouldn't mess with that. And here they want big dick just as bad as everybody else.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, stocking Duracell.
Oh, yeah.
Stock and Darcy. Yeah, no, there's plenty of things. So use your imagination. Stop trying to push your wife away and self-deprecate. Because what you're doing is you're beating yourself up for something you don't have control over, right? And all that's got to be a negative energy and a negative feel. You have to accept it is what it is, which is really hard. But at the same time, you can have fun with it, man. You can, I heard Michael J. Fox make jokes all the time about stuff. About his Parkinson's, and he makes jokes, and you have control over, how this relationship moves forward. And as far as is it going to be happy and healthy? As far as you're going to make light of this and make things happen. Or you're going to be self-deprecating and constantly try to push your wife away. Because here's the thing. If you keep doing what you're doing, eventually you will. Eventually you will push her away. And then you're going to be alone. And that's not what you want, bro. It's not what she wants either. She wants to stay with you, so don't push her away. Embrace her.
Did he specify that he was in a wheelchair already?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, don't push her away, bro, even though she could push you away.
Oh, that's fucked up. I know. I said embrace her, too. I don't know if you can hold her. I was like, embrace her. Let her sit in your lap. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You can work those
Dark
things.
humor really, I'm sorry. Dark humor
You gotta
is
be,
how
look, obviously you got to be able to laugh. That girl he was
Yeah.
talking about, the fact that she can take her disability and laugh about it
It's amazing.
is amazing.
It's amazing.
So, Annette writes in, guys, I have a nutrition question for you. I'm a marathon runner that's slowly making my way up to ultras, so shout out to you. And my training is going okay. Since I love fruit and vegetables, carb loading before a race is not a problem. My struggle is protein. I'm not a vegetarian or anything. My husband would never survive that. But I don't really like meat, and I struggle with it. I saw that you can get protein water and make protein shakes. Do protein shakes count as a decent substitute, or should I just man up and eat meat?
So food is always best. 100%. Food is always best. They're not a meal replacement. They're a meal supplement, right? So what they are is because even if you drink one, you're going to be hungry 2 hours later. And that's where the problems come into play, right? Because when you're hungry 2 hours later, you're going to snack. So you always want to take the time to eat real food. Real protein is always the best way to go. And again, that's one of those things. It's not that hard to do if you plan your week out, if you plan your stuff out. Like I got a crock pot, and I take beef chucks and broccoli and carrots and potatoes, and I throw them in the crock pot, and I make a huge pot of it that lasts me like 2 to 3 days. And I have that with eggs, and I have that with protein pasta, and I have it so I know I'm getting my high protein every single time I'm eating it. So there's things you can do if you plan it out right.
Yeah. Yeah, just, look, it's better than no protein.
No, it's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad.
It's not the best thing.
But I'm saying if you're looking to get that high quality protein, it's food, man. It's food.
Yeah. This is an interesting one. I saw a clip of this. Jordana from California writes in, I watch a lot of Tony Robbins and I work on getting better as a woman, but I'm torn from a lecture where I watched Tony Robbins talk about how over-loving your children and spoiling them can lead them to expect everything in life. Telling them they're perfect and amazing all the time can actually set them up for failure later on. Do you think that could be true, as you guys are men with fathers with boys?
If you're lying to them.
Yes.
Yeah, if your kid's sitting there fucking eating crowns and shit, and you're like, you're amazing. you know, and sniffing paint, and you're like, you're just a genius, and yeah, you're hurting your kid because you're teaching them to do stupid shit.
I would love that visual. Walks in, somebody's huffing paint. You're doing great, son.
Doing great, son. You're doing amazing. You're amazing.
You're special.
No, I so right. You're special. Not small bus either.
You're
freaking. No, here's the thing. Perfect example. It's actually a great lead-in for last Tuesday. Last Tuesday, you know, Avery. Everybody loves Avery. Avery freaking merch. Buy the merch. My son, you know, my beautiful little boy. He goes to me. He goes, before I came here to the podcast, he goes, "Hey, Dad, you noticed the school hasn't called you lately? You haven't got any emails or anything?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I noticed." I was like, "You must be doing really well in school." He's like, "Yeah, I'm doing really well, Dad. I'm doing really good." I was like, "Good, man. I'm really proud of you, man. I'm really, really proud of you." And I ran to the house, right? And I started driving here. And as I'm driving here, I'm thinking about the conversation I had with him. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, you know, my father would have just said what I said and not say anything else, right? Now, good job. I'm proud of you. Keep it up, right? But as I thought about it, I'm like, he went out of his way to make sure I knew, right? He actually took the time and effort to look me in the eyes and be like, "Hey, Dad, just so you know, I'm doing really well in school," you know? So I called him back on the phone. I said, "Yo, bud, I just want to call you and tell you," because it's just me and him. It's just me and Avery. That's just it. It's just me and him doing our thing. And any single parent knows that, you know, when your kid is a certain age, they gotta pick up a little bit of slack because you got a lot going on, especially me, right? So I called him on the phone. I was like, "Yo, bro, I just want to tell you how proud I am of you. That I can't tell you how much I appreciate the fact that you're doing your part, that to be a good student in school, to do all your work, because it takes a lot of stress off of me, man. If you're doing good in school, then I don't have, that's one less thing I have to worry about.
Oh, yeah,
right?
No, it's a lot.
One thing I have to worry about being concerned about is like, if you're doing really good in school and you're doing your work, you know, it really takes a lot of pressure off of me. And I want to tell you, I'm really proud of you, and I thank you, and I really appreciate you, man, and I love you." Now, I think that type of positive encouragement goes milestones. Fucking milestones, because not only did I do that, but then I come home and my bed's made, right? And I'm thinking he made my fucking bed. He tells me days later that he made my bed because he was watching TV in my bed, but he still made my bed.
Thought that counts.
Right? The thought that counts, right? But you know, I think positive reinforcement is always needed. It's always a good thing to do when it's deserved, right? Yeah. I think if your kid's doing mediocre shit and he's not doing the right stuff, and you're still like, "Oh, you're doing great, son. You're blowing smoke." We like to say in Pennsylvania, blowing smoke up your ass. It goes nowhere. You know, you're blowing smoke up somebody's ass, telling them they're great when they're not. It's like telling a boxer that's never boxed before that goes in a ring and he's boxing, and the guy's not really fighting the back. He's just boxing. And he thinks the guy, and the coach is like, "You're doing amazing." But the whole time he's dropping his hand and all this stuff. Well, what ends up happening is if I keep telling that guy he's amazing, when he goes out and he thinks he knows how to fight, he's going to get the shit kicked out of him. You know what I mean? So positive reinforcement when it's deserved, when it's needed, and the proper thing is an amazing thing. You know, but I think being honest with your kids too. Nobody's saying degrade your kids. Nobody's saying degrade your kids at all. I think, but being honest with your kids about when they mess up on things or they need to do better. Like, you know, this is why my son brought this to my attention, because I said to him months ago when he was getting in trouble at school and he wasn't doing his work, I'm like, "Dude, you need to do better. And if you don't do better, then I'm going to start taking away things like your PlayStation, all this stuff. Like, I don't want to do that to you, but I'm going to do that to you because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing." You know, so being honest with your kids about when they're messing up is highly important, man. Because I had that conversation with him about doing better, about being better, about doing his part, right? He literally let me know that he was. You know, it made him work harder. It made him recognize that he's responsible for his grades, responsible for his stuff. It gave him accountability, you know, and responsibility, which is what kids need, you know?
Yeah, I just saw the thing up. Where's Avery anymore? He's got a late night job now. We put him to work, so
yeah. He's out there sending to people in Nigeria fake images and asking
to
for
take over my job.
Yeah,
Yes.
being VIP passages. No, he's at school, man. He's got to be home. He's got to go to school.
Yeah. So all right, as we're getting closer to the show, I know he's crying, so he wanted to come up. Walter from Chicago writes in, "Hey guys, I'm 32, and I'll be honest, I didn't really start dating or being sexually active until the last couple of years, so I'm still figuring things out. Lately, I've been going out with women who seem way more experienced than me, and it's starting to mess with my confidence a little bit. I'm wondering, is being good in bed something you actually learn over time, or is it one of those things that I should be naturally have at this point and I'm already behind?
I said, want to be a dick right now. Not gonna lie. No, you suck, bro. It's never gonna happen for you.
It's never gonna happen. You're behind.
You're so behind. You failed in life. No,
Give
I'm
up.
just. See, there's your positive reinforcement. No, I'm just kidding. So listen, no, it's something that you learn over time, bro. It's learn over time. Nobody is good in bed right away,
No.
except me and Tony.
We just came out the womb.
We just came out the womb fucking. Slaying ass. That's what we were doing. Right out the womb. Woo! No, I'm just kidding. Freaking, no, it's something you learn over time. It's like anything else, man. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And here's the thing, too. And every guy will admit to this. You're not good in bed unless you actually listen to what a woman said she wanted.
100%.
100%, right?
100%.
So if you want to be good in bed, ask your woman or whatever women you were spending time with what they like. And practice and practice and practice. And then next thing you know, people are telling you should be in porn movies.
There you go. Making money on the side, baby. OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
All right. As we're getting closer to the end of the show, we had about 2 more questions coming in. Reggie from Denver writes in, hey, guys, I'm looking for some honest perspective here. I've been married to my wife for about 6 years, and I've noticed when we're about to get intimate, she always has to have a few drinks to loosen up. It's not like she's getting wasted, but it's now definitely become a pattern. So I'm starting to wonder, is it something normal or something deeper? Should I be concerned that she needs some alcohol every time to get in the mood, or am I overthinking it? It's an interesting question.
It's a really good question.
Yeah, I thought it when I saw it. I was like,
it's a really good question.
yeah, I would struggle with that after a while.
Yeah, it's got to be like she's got to have a buzz on to have sex with me.
Yeah.
Here's my question. See, I need more information on this. Does she get freakier?
I know, that's my immediate thought, bro.
Does she get freakier when she drinks a little more? Does she get a little more lucid in the bed? Maybe that's why she likes to do it.
That's why we're family, bro, because my head went to the same place.
Yeah, dude, I know. So that could be it. Maybe she just likes to loosen up a little bit and get her freak on, right? And maybe because they say some people when they smoke pot, sex is better.
Oh, bro.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
You don't know. I don't know either. Because they say that sometimes when you're high, sex is better, right?
I
So
heard.
maybe when she has a couple drinks, you know, maybe she's loosening up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's not so negative, right? I love how everybody goes right to the negative right away, right?
No, I like that's
when,
how we're good.
yeah, everybody goes right to the
We're
negative.
hoping it's the
Yeah,
net
maybe it's a positive. You know, I would ask her. I would ask her. I would you know, communicate and ask her. But like, listen, is this something you feel you need to do to have sex with me, or is there what's the underlying reason besides you wanted to have a couple drinks? And hopefully it says, you know, she doesn't tell you that she doesn't like your dick. Hopefully she tells you that. Freaking.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, but look, I'm gonna say something that's true, but kind of fucked up. Look, my head, I'm gonna lie, my head went immediately to where you went. If my wife needed a couple drinks to get loose, but we were like fucking like freaks in the bedroom,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I would help pour the drinks.
Right?
I don't mean like in a fucked up way, but like I wouldn't take any offense to it.
He said she's not getting wasted. Like, she's not getting drunk. So
Yeah.
it's not like she's doing it to forget what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's obviously still coherent enough to know what's happening. And she's not going to, she's like, let me just finish this bottle, and then we can do it. She's not doing that to you,
Very
right? She's
fair
just having a
point.
couple drinks. So she might just be loosening up, man. Maybe she just likes to get a freak on with her buzz on.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If it was
That was a good
vanilla.
one. Freak on with your buzz on.
Freak on with your buzz
freak
on.
with your buzz. That has to be part of the song.
Now, if it's vanilla sex, I'd bring it up to her and be like, hey, do we really just going to have some straight missionary when you're going to need a few drinks? Like, what's the deal here?
Yeah, so there should be more detail and context in this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to go with the positive on this. I'm going to say she does to get a freak on.
I'm with you.
And she's doing it just to loosen up so she could get, you know, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, last question tonight. I think is a good one. Noah from Denver writes in. I love this because I need the audience's help because I know where I'm going to go. I have a feeling I know where you're going to go, but the audience is really going to help us determine this. All right, Noah from Denver writes in. Do women talk about the guys they're dating in detail with their friends, or is that just exaggerated? My feeling with my guy friends is we don't talk about sex in detail with our dates or significant others. I heard women go into crazy details. Is that true?
100%.
I'm
100%.
all right. Zoom into me. You ready? 100%. Chris.
Is always right.
Homie, there's there's about 8 people that know about you and your life, and there's a panel that you have to impress.
No, those girls. Like, every single comment up here coming up here saying yes.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes. No, they absolutely do. Listen, all your girlfriend's friends know all your dick sizes.
Yes.
Fucking knows if you're any good in bed. Knows how you kiss. Knows how you sleep.
Probably has seen your dick pic.
Yeah, it's probably seen your dick pic.
Yeah.
You know, if you can, those are all things that I guarantee you, she knows.
I still say to this day, I coined this way back in college, and a friend of mine was like, she always would ask me, she's like, you know, how come you always think that girls initiate the cheating and you know, and all this stuff? And I go, because you guys free advertise.
Yeah.
Because you guys talk in your little circle about like, oh, he's got the best dick and his dick game's awesome and his sex. So all your girlfriends immediately know that when we break up, where you tiered me in the sex game, in a million years, if I was single and me and Chris were single together and we were out and I started dating somebody, he was like, oh, like, what's it like with so-and-so? I'd be like, it's all right, it's good. You know, we good. Because it's so unnecessary to me to like, share that. Not about the sharing. I don't want people to know how amazing I got it because I don't want anybody fuck with my game. I'm just being honest. Like that's a complete honest statement for me.
I appreciate all the people saying flat out no.
No.
I just want to say. I'm like, you're either if that's true, awesome. Because I like this compliment.
So I will say this. It's probably because it's an older group of people over there saying that. You know, I figure that no, because they understand. So here's the difference between younger women and older women. Mature. I was going to say, I'm going to take back and say not older women. I'm going to say more mature women. All right.
I'll zoom in on you, Chris.
Yes, what I'm going to say here. So younger women will brag, right, and say all this stuff. Mature women understand that they don't want to lose their man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So they don't want to tell any other girl how good he is in bed or how big his dick is or any of that shit because she doesn't want no competition coming to her man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's what you're seeing here, right? I think you're seeing the mature women over there. You know, that are saying, listen, no, I'm not telling them that. Let those girls' imagination run. You know what I mean? Fucking, they're not going to know. That's my man. You know what I mean? I respect that. I respect both of them. But there is a different group of women who are out there bragging because, you know.
I would tell you, I have seen it in person. And I've been at a table. I've been at a table with a bunch of guy friends. And I've had a girl come up to the table and talk to a guy who's just became single and say to him, I heard, and he'd walk away and he was like it was free advertising. But I've also seen the reverse, and this is why guys rarely do. I would never do it, and I think guys rarely do it. I've been at a table before when a random dude has come up to a buddy of mine and go, yo, can I ask you a question? And the guy's like, yeah, what's going on? He goes, yo, man, I heard your girlfriend gives the best head ever. And it's like, it was such a fucked up compliment.
So
and when the guy walked away, he goes, well, how do you?
Fucked up.
And I go, well, how many people do you tell about your girlfriend being a freak? He's like, oh, I tell everybody. And I was like, well, that's your fucking biggest mistake, bro.
That's your biggest mistake.
What are you doing?
No, it had happened to me. I probably should tell this story. Whatever. If we can, it's going to make me sound bad. I was in my younger days.
Younger days.
When I was bartending and training and bouncing in my younger days, in my 20s. There was these group of girls that I didn't know they knew each other, and I hooked up with them at certain different times, and a couple of them I actually wanted to date. Like I actually wanted to date them. I liked them. I was like, man, this girl's pretty chick, freaking pretty awesome. And then the moment I got like serious, they didn't want to hang out with me anymore, right? And I was like, kind of bummed. And then I hooked up with my hairdresser, like at a wedding, and I went to get my hair cut, and I walk in, and the group of ladies are all there, and I'm like, oh. I'm like, you guys all know each other? And they're like, oh, yeah, we're all friends. And I'm like, huh, this is awkward. Like, I'm thinking in my head, like I'm probably the only person that knows that I banged all of them, And I'm like, this is awkward. So I sit down, and me and Lori are pretty close. So me and Lori start talking. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, freaking, that was awkward, man. She's like, what? I was like, well, I kind of hooked up with, so. And she's like, Chris, why do you think we hooked up with you?
Yeah.
So crap. I turn around. I'll never forget this. I turn around and go, what? She goes, yeah. She goes, I don't want to say other names, but her over there, freaking was like, she's like, yeah. She said you were really good in bed and you had a, whatever. And I was, and first my male mind was like, yeah, fuck yeah. And then I thought about it. I'm like, wait a minute. You all played me. You all used me. You guys all talked amongst yourself and were like, oh, I'm going to try that out. And Lori started laughing. She's like, that's exactly what we did. I was like, no fucking way. And I'm going to be honest with you. I felt a little bit, I felt a little certain way about it. I felt a little certain way about it. I was like, man, I literally sat in my chair like this. I was like, huh. I don't know.
I feel about it.
I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I want to be like, yeah, that's me. But then I was like, I got used.
Oh.
And I really liked two of them. I'm like, and then they fucking used me. I was like,
You're like, I feel icky.
I feel gross. I need to take a shower.
I feel gross.
And then, it was weird. It was really funny. But yeah, so I've had it happen. So yeah, so girls do talk.
Yes. And they flip the script 100%.
Yes.
So, all right.
So funny.
So as we bring the show to a close, look, first off, how did we do tonight? How we do that, Christian?
This was great.
Is it good to be back in the seat?
Oh, it feels great.
Yeah, we missed you, bro.
Yeah, we missed you, man. It's good to see you back. Ming, and shout out to Ming. I know he might be. He crushed it last week. He stepped up big time. He did a great job. He also sent like 50, like in a great way. He always sends pictures and stuff. So shout out Ming. But I tell you, it's not to say without you. We love you so much. So shout out for you. For me, look, first off, continuing the success. I mean, winning awards. We're in. Someone else has sent me something. Was like, it's award season again. I was like, well, it's not.
We're good.
We got time. They start now and it's till October, and you're like, so. Good. But, as you continue to watch the show, just a few quick things. Obviously, first of all, just stay safe out there. We can't make it any more simple. Don't send anybody money. Second, Advice Unfiltered After Dark is really coming into its own. It's going to be a lot. We, Chris, and we're just talking about the lighting setup and the smoking jackets and probably the lack of clothes. So that'll be a lot of fun. And what members will get through that system, and the coaching program. Shout out to the new people who are part of the ambassador program as we get you onboarded. And the OGs, they're amazing. But look, our goal this year is to continue to grow the channel, what we do, get as much attention on the community as humanly possible. You guys showed up to vote, and we're the highest voting turnout of any show. You guys continually show up for us when we need you, and we will continually promise to be here every single Tuesday because, the thing that mattered the most today when I was reading this was a lot of those people who watch, and especially last week, I got so emotional reading the shout-outs last week. All of you are making a difference. Your questions, your support, Hope coming on and talking about how Connie was reaching out to Hope, and then Lisa and Rhea and Becky and you guys like getting the next wave of people excited to work with us. And look, all we can say is we just want to say, especially, and I know Chris too, he ends the show as always, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you for trusting us, because it means the world to us, because the reality of what we would like to do in life is to show people that, you can come from nothing. You can have really a fucked up life, but it doesn't mean that you don't have a fucked up future, or you can't stop that cycle and become a better parent and all the things that most people will cave. We believe that you don't have to. We believe the change can start with you. We believe in you. Oh, I don't want to steal your line, but we definitely believe in you. So I'll cut it out. But I just want to say how much we appreciate you.
Whoa. Adjust your cable. You just knocked yourself out a little bit. You just you had lost your first.
See what happens when I said your tagline? The universe goes.
Excited.
The universe goes. What did he say?
Don't try to say that. Chris isn't telling the truth.
My mic out.
Don't say Chris isn't telling the truth.
God said, shoot.
Chris believes in everybody.
But no, from the bottom of my heart, just again, thank you for trusting us. And hopefully we just continue to provide the support the community needs. So, as always, though, to end the show, the man in command himself, Mr. Christopher David.
Wow. How you doing? I just want to say, Chris is always right. No. Anyway, good show. Loved it. Tony does a phenomenal job, as always, picking out the questions and the stories and the comments and things to share. I love that. Christian, phenomenal job. Always appreciate you on here, dude. The show definitely has a different feel, a different vibe, a different heart when you're behind that keyboard. So I appreciate you.
Oh, man.
Nah, it's true, man.
Don't make me cry.
Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, bro. It's true. No, I think what Tony really hit the nail on the head is that we, all of us, everybody here, everybody watching, everybody that's voted, everybody that's subscribed to the show, that has done a lot to share the show, to tell people about the show, to make the show what it is. have created a community of somewhere that's a safe place for people to be fuck-ups, for people to be perfectly imperfect, and a group of people that truly want to be the difference that makes a difference, right? All of you guys step up. And that's what's great about you guys. That's what's great about the show is that it's just this community that's a safe place for everybody. It doesn't matter where you're from. Doesn't matter what you believe in. Doesn't matter, what ethnicity you are or, what political stance you stand on. We created a safe place for everybody. This is a place you can come and hang out and share your stories and share your growth as a human being. And I think that's amazing. And it's truly amazing something that we created. Not to go emotional. But, yes, join the Ambassador Program. If you haven't joined the Ambassador Program, please do that. If you haven't checked me out on Cameo, Mother's Day is coming up. Ooh. You want to send me to your mother? Send me a word to your mom. Send me to your mom for Mother's Day. I can wish your mom out Happy Mother's Day. So Cameo, come and check me out there.
I am 100% going to order one.
For your mom, right? Order one for your mom, bro.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's so much fun, right? Again, keep your eye out for the Best in You cookbook coming out with Dominic and me. And keep an eye out for the Best in You cooking show, going to be coming out in May. And Hardcore Synergy, the trainer app, the fitness app created for you to connect you with us. Just all this amazing stuff is happening. And it's all because of this community that we all created together. It wasn't just me. And here's the thing, too, that you have to keep in mind. This all came from an idea. Everything you see, everything you're touching, all of it comes from an idea and then taking action on that idea. And when you take that action on that idea and you start putting belief into your dream, it happens, man. When people sit there and go, your dream's too big, you're too crazy, then you're dreaming the right dream, because nobody thought I would be where I'm at today, at all. Nobody thought that I would be sitting here in front of thousands of people talking about stuff, and let alone going to a college to speak about mental health, right? If you would have asked anybody about that 11 years ago, they would have said, no fucking way that guy right there would ever be doing that shit. And here we are today, all because I made a choice. I took accountability for my life, and that's why we talk about it all the time. That's why we talk about you being accountable, right? You taking control, you believing in you, and you being the best version of yourself takes work. But the work's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. So listen, from all of us here at Advice Unfiltered, we want to thank you. We love you. We appreciate you. And this is Advice Unfiltered, award-winning, two-time award-winning podcast with Chris and Tony and Christian over there and Parker down there. We'd like to thank you again. And we are out.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday. My name is Tony Rodriguez, co-host of the Advice Unfiltered podcast, myself and my great buddy Christopher David. Today's daily dose of advice is about scammers. So I want to make sure we kind of cover a few things for you to make sure you don't get scammed from our podcast. Couple rules that you should know. Number one, myself and Chris will not be reaching out to any of you. And what I mean by that is we're not talking to anybody. We're not on Telegram. We're not calling anybody. We're not inviting you to fan pages. If any of that happens, that's a scammer. Number two, and probably the most important one of all, we will never, ever, 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 ever ask you for money. So the second somebody asks you for money, it can't be us. You're being scammed. Number three, we don't have a PR agency. We don't have a podcast manager. We have none of that stuff. Not a public relations department. It's just me and Chris. So if anybody reaches out to you being our agent or any one of those things, that's a scammer. And number four, and please understand this, none of us are, especially me, I'm married, but Chris is not on a dating site. There's no use of social media to meet people. The community we're building is to make people better, and the community we're building is to help people, and that's it. Anytime you're having a conversation and you think it's us, and that conversation doesn't go in that direction, it's a scam. I would rather you be okay. It's okay. You might get scammed and talk to somebody you think is Chris, or maybe you think is me. That's okay. But what's not okay is sending somebody money. Ever, 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 ever. And unfortunately, I have to be honest with everyone on the call, there's a little bit of self accountability. we would never ask you for that. In every episode, we generally start with that. So today's daily dose of advice is don't get scammed. Me and Chris are only in a few places, but we just want to protect you. We know that there's a lot of people out there that follow us, that are new on social media, don't know how it works. Please, please, please share this video. Remember, if you think you're talking to someone that's us, it's 100% not us. If anyone asks you for $1, can't be us. If it's a sweepstake, a winning, a prize, a meet and greet, can't be us. If it's a PR manager, an agency, can't be us. So just so you know, none of those things can be us. So that's how you'll keep yourself safe. And if you have any questions or you think it's weird, I gotta be honest, it's not us. So please just take this daily dose of advice today to remember that we are here for you, to help the community, but at the same time, we would never reach out to you in that way, and I don't want any of you to get caught up in that. So please like and share this. If you have any questions, like I said, I don't know that we'll be able to help you because we don't really respond to stuff. So put that in your head. Make sure you think about that. And if you're ever on the fence about it, always, 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 always err to the side of caution.